This is Atomic Convoy, bringing you my very first video review on Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. However, on this show, it is custom for us to do a little gardening before we start. Alright, now that we're good and elevated, let's talk about Mr. Man here. So, this is probably my favorite Generations figure of all time. There's just no other way to put it. He is absolutely beautiful. He has a good hand feel, you know, like he just feels dense. His posing is incredible. I love all of his accessories. Like, he's just everything I've ever wanted in an Optimus Prime figure, to tell you the truth. This rifle right here is just perfect. Just perfect. It is painted so very well, and the only thing that I could ask more is I wish this was a little longer, because it does like to fall out of his hand a lot, because he only has this very small 5mm port right here. Over here we have his axe, which also just looks so pretty. It is the soft transparent plastic. Mine, I think, is a little warped right here. It just attaches on a little 5mm peg right there, and you can open that up and flip his fist out, his hand back. You can do that on both hands, so you can interchange the axe on both sides, and I think that's really cool. And then speaking on his hands are completely posable. The 3 fingers right here are one solid chunk. My camera would focus. These are one solid chunk. These all move together, but then this one right here, you can have him pointing, and I absolutely love that, because you can have him barking orders at the other Autobots. All right, let's get him situated here. Like, that just looks so cool to me, and I like to pose him sometimes with his gun in this hand and him pointing with the other hand, and doing the "Today, in the name of freedom, we take the battle to them" from Dark of the Moon, because it's really cool. This Optimus Prime is just, oh, he's so good. Paint is wonderful where it is. Most of this is molded plastic, other than this gray right here, and then the yellow, and then the paint on his face, of course, which, let's talk about that face. Camera situated here. This face is so pretty. It does look more like MP10 than, what is this right here? Let's get that off of him. It does look more like MP10 than the 86 model, to tell you the truth, but I'm not complaining. Overall, he is essentially visually, he is a miniaturized MP44. And I adore that, because I don't have $800 to spend on MP44, so this kind of fills that hole while also being generation scale. Oops. His ears are posable, as you can see here. Now, this is mostly for transformation, but it can go all the way down that way, and then if you cover it up, he kind of looks like a Rampax. If you point him back this way, of course. Then for transformation later, you have to have them like this, but then they go all the way down if you need to do that for some reason. You know, like Imgo says, options are good. Let's talk about his posing now. His posing, other than his hands, is pretty good. Only 90 elbows. I wish it could go further. And then freaky all the way back for transformation if you want to break his arm. And then he has a forward butterfly, and then also a backward butterfly that is forward transformation. So he has a lot of posability in his arms. And then, like 86 Magnus, he can do the freaky wide arm stance. So he can come over and give you a big old hug. Anyway, oh, I forgot one of his other accessories. Inside of his chest is, just like the 86 movie, you flip it up, there is the 4 billionth Matrix I own. Because Hasbro just packs them with everything these days. His, let's talk about his legs. This folds up right here, these leg panels. And then he has a little bit more than 90 knees, so he can get big old, like, just knee somebody in the face, you know. He's got a toe down. And then on his back, he's got the panels just like on the front on his back. On his booty, his Opta booty. Alright, let's take a look at some size comparisons. So, we have the almighty Earthrise Optimus Prime, who before this one was my absolute favorite Optimus that I have in my collection. This one specifically is the Netflix Deco, which is the darker one, where the colors are less saturated. He is much bigger for another 86 figure, / another Earthrise figure. We have Earthrise Cliffjumper. He is a little boy compared to him. Then we really need, Hasbro really needs to release our 86 Megatron, because here with the Siege mold, he kind of towers over him, and in my personal opinion, I think Megatron is kind of supposed to be taller than Optimus. So, you know, this one specifically is the premium finish deco. I've heard that people don't like it. Prime vs. Prime specifically called it the biggest piece of shit ever. That's a little harsh, but I quite like him. But that doesn't matter, because this is a review about 86 Prime. Now, this Optimus Prime right here is Commander Class, of course. So let's compare him, the most recent Commander Class, to the very first Commander Class. And as you can see, it's quite the height difference. But, of course, Jetfire is supposed to be huge. So, to begin his transformation, we are going to click his feet into place, and then you're going to want to flip out these little doodads embedded into his feet. Oh, let's get the camera pointed down so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Don't be like me and try to force this down and not realize, like a dummy, that this is supposed to be flipped out. So flip that up, flip that down, flip the back of his foot down like that. You want to open up this panel on both sides. Get that all clipped together. Oh. Then hold on, you gotta flip his ass down and then clip it all together. Let's work on his backpack. Pull all this down, flip these little panels out, open that. All this folds up very well. I really like this transformation. Pop that out, this little panel right here, and then gotta fold out the top of it like that. Then take these little side bits on both sides, flip them up, and then we're going to do what is my favorite part of the transformation. Turn his whole torso around like that, and then we're going to fold his head back like this. like I said earlier, you got to push his ears down. Put it in like that. And then I'm gonna click that into place. Pull this down. Then you're gonna want to flip up his tummy. Bring in the arms, which I forgot to work on the arms. Forgive me. Remember, we stay elevated on this show. We flip the hands in both sides. Then, like I said before, you have the peg on both hands, so you can have the axe on either hand. And then you're going to want to flip his arms all the way back, turn the smokestack, spin this all the way around. Oh yeah, I forgot to move the sides of his tummy into one place like that. And then I'm going to take the arm, and you're going to have these ports right here and these two pegs right here. If it would go in. Ah, yes, because I forgot a step. Spin. You also have to spin him around at the torso. Or at the waist, my bad. And then that'll plug in. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. Bring it back on that butterfly joint. This little bit needs to be down. Both of the arms have this little peg right here. It'll go into the port right here. Plug the arms in like that. Then you're going to want to break his back. Bring him back like that. Finish transforming the legs. Pop out these two bits right here. And then plug these bits on the ends into the backs of the arms. Fold all this together. Oh my goodness, I forgot a very crucial step, and this is going to prevent us from transforming it. Hold on. Never forget to flip this little piece back down. Never forget. Let's fix them all back up real quick. Plug all this back in. Fold this out. And then take this bit, flip it up like that. And then there you go. '86 Prime in his vehicle mode. Holy hell. I love him. I love him a lot. He is a brick. I feel like if I hit somebody in the head with him, I could probably knock them out. It is just... He's dense. He's heavy. And now he's got pinned wheels. All 6 of them are pinned, as you can see, and that makes him roll very well, especially with his weight. His weight really helps him roll. This also gives us, now that we see him in vehicle mode, this also gives us the opportunity to talk about his other accessories, because the thing that makes him a commander class is the box that he comes with. Here's the box he comes with. Let's go ahead. This is actually his trailer, unlike the Earthrise figure, is not on a 5mm port. So it is a very loose connection. But he pulls it very well, and this just looks so good. Like I said, this is everything that I've ever wanted in an Optimus Prime figure, truly. Like, he just looks so very, very, very pretty. Let's talk about the inside of this trailer. So just like the G1 toy, you can pull out these little thingies, then flip that down. That came down so fast, goodness. Oh, I almost forgot. There is extra little blast effects in here. This is definitely a feature stolen off of MP44, because MP44 has a little pull-out tray while this light clamshells down. So we get 2 of these new little blast effects for his rifle. Mine are a little warped again, but it's nothing some hot water can't fix. And then we have these right here that are only used for, I don't know what that little, I guess we have mold in our plastic. I don't know what that little black dot is right there. Got moldy blast effects, I guess. Anyway, these are for that scene in the 86 movie, of course, where he is driving along, getting shot at, and then he goes boosh, and he jumps up and he transforms. And I think that, I'll put the trailer down and put all back up. Once you get that all put together, I think that looks very cool. Very, very cool. Anyway, let's talk about the trailer. So, flip this down, of course. Then you have the wider things right here. Then here, for another little vehicle mode, we have 86 Cliff Jumper. You can take him and go, boom, fit him inside, close it up, and there you go. Let's get him out of there. Just like the G1 toy, break this open, and we have, for the first time in a long time, other than Masterpiece figures, Roller. And he has all 6 wheels are pinned, and I didn't bring any headmasters in here, unfortunately, but he can sit 4 headmasters in these little seats. And this rolls around very well. There he is next to 86 Cliff. Again, Roller's pretty big. And then come over here, we've got the little anti-aircraft turret. It's like the G1 toy. Oh, it comes off, as you can see. Let's get that back in there. There we go. The little radar dish can fold up. It doesn't spin, sadly. You bring this around the other way, or this way. There we go. Sorry. Remember, we stay elevated here. That little claw hand can open. The cockpit can open, but there is not currently a figure that can sit in here. Not even the HasLab Star Saber. I can't talk about Star Saber. I want Star Saber so bad. I have dreams about HasLab Star Saber. I've had about like 5 or 6 dreams about HasLab Star Saber. All right. I really want HasLab Star Saber. Anyway, like I was saying, not even the Brainmaster that comes with HasLab Star Saber can fit in here. So I'm not really sure why this can open. I don't know if the original Diaclone figures can fit in here. Maybe that's the point. Let's get all this. Fold it up. And then in here we have storage points for absolutely everything. Now, like I said earlier, there's the clamshell on the bottom of the trailer, but then you can also take the blast effects. They have this port right here you can, if I can get it in there, can plug it in just like that. And do the same thing on the other side. And then his axe on either side, either right here or over here, has a little port right here, and there's a peg in here. You plug it in, and then for his rifle, either side, you take it. There's this little like little thingamabob. Take it and you can plug it in just like that. And then you have storage for all of his accessories. Fold it back up. And let's get him back with Prime. For vehicle mode size comparisons, we have 86 Cliff Jumper, of course, and then from earlier, the almighty Earthrise Prime. Once again, let's compare these two. 86 Prime is just so much bigger. Hold on, I have him slightly mistransformed. There we go. Just a much chunkier boy all around. But I think there is a spot in my collection for both of them, both in robot mode and in alt mode. Because the way that I look at it is I look at owning this one is like, these are the generations equivalents to MP10 and MP44. So I look at this as owning MP10 and MP44 at the same time. They are different enough that they both do their own thing. Their transformations are completely different. So I think it's okay to own both. But this one is the main Optimus Prime on my Autobot shelf, I will say. Alright, well, I've been Atomic Convoy. This has been my first video review. I'm sure there'll be more to come later. This has been 86 Optimus Prime, of course. And I don't remember if I said this earlier, but I think this is probably my favorite Generations release of all time. He is just such a pretty boy, and I love him greatly. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all later.